lightest when it comes to some things. Now you see, the thing is, these lovely well chitted potatoes are Jersey beanies, and on Christmas Day they are amazing. And in the stores you can pay probably up to, I have seen in years past, up to $25 a kilo for these on Christmas Eve. So I'm not paying that, especially when I can grow them myself, and they'll taste so much better. So these take 100 days, and normally I time it perfectly and make a tradition to myself of planting them in the ground on their 100th day. Now that is normally the 16th of September, but this year I kind of stuffed it up a little bit. I had it stuck in my mind that it was the 18th. And then when I realized my error of my ways, I was going to rush out and plant them in the ground. However, as nature would have it, all it did was rain all weekend. I mean, we had this much rain. Now this is just from the weekend, which doesn't make me happy. And looking at it from the greenhouse, you wouldn't have wanted to have got out there and planted potatoes. So now it is the 19th of September. So Christmas is now 97 days away. And so I'm hoping that those 3 days won't matter too much. Or we could celebrate Christmas 3 days late, you know, things you do for perfect potatoes. So I better get on and get these in. Right. I also have some red rascal. I have some marist anchor, and my favourite, because they make fabulous chips, some Liam Hardy. They are so good. But I also got a little bit sucked in this year and couldn't resist getting some purple heart. Now these are supposed to be purple all the way through, so I can't wait to try them. But I might have to grow them in containers because there's not enough space in my garden. That's the problem with going to garden centres. Too much temptation. Right, better get these in. So that's the potatoes in. It always makes me laugh to think that when I mound them up like this, someone might think I've actually buried somebody. But anyway, but the mounding's good because we are still very much in early spring and there's still risk of frost, so it will help to keep my potatoes, that when the leaves come through, it'll protect them from the frost, because it'll take them that little bit longer to work their way to the surface. Hopefully we won't get any more frost, but you never know. Now before we go, I just want to give you a quick squizzy what's going on in the greenhouse. So come with me, let's go and have a look. Some of it's been good, some of it not so good. Come on, let's go and have a look. Okay, so we had a bit of a disaster. Last weekend I went away for the 2 nights and asked hubby the ungardener to water for me, and just one night he forgot, and it was a beautiful sunny day and the temperatures in here soared to 28 degrees C, and as you can imagine, there was carnage. But lucky for him, a lot of the seeds have actually bounced back. I did fear for my tomatoes, but they have begun to pop up, so he's off the hook for now. But let me just show you quickly what we have going on. We have sunflowers, which I hope to put along their fence line and make it look so beautiful. These are my wildflowers that will bring the bees into my garden. So this is my popcorn. I don't normally like to start the corn indoors because they do so much better starting in the garden. However, If I leave it too late in the season, then some vile creature ends up stripping my cobs before I'm ready. So I figured if I started them early, then I'd have a better chance of actually getting a harvest. The tomato seedlings are popping up, which is always fabulous to see. We're going to have melons and okra. The brassicas took the biggest hit with the frying, but I sowed more seeds and they're bouncing back. The peppers took a bit of a hit with the frying, but I think I might need to transplant them now into bigger pots because they are getting rather large. My potatoes in pots are looking good, and they're about 3 weeks away from being harvested, which is really cool. So that's just a little bit of what's going on in my garden. But with the safe from frost planting out date just over a month away, there is still a load to do. So come again soon for more gardening action from my spring garden. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because there will be a lot of cool things going on all the way through the summer. And I really need to get on because these seedlings aren't going to transplant themselves and those beds aren't going to weed themselves, and so much to do. But never mind, that is the joys of gardening and I love every minute of it. So take care, bye bye, see you next time, bye.